Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Realize the potency of the all-attractive, the all-enjoying. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Through the vibrations of light and sound, one knows of the omniscient, the omnipotent, the omnipresent. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The gateway to paradise is open through even fifth generational accounts of true disciples. Your choices of beings and attributes in worship will direct results in this life and hereafter, but seek qualifications. Approach God through the created forms, but don't get lost in the count our specific accomplishments. We should all be open to be trained in something, negative and positive. Find their ultimate source in God. We should realize all limited beings are not really gods or goddesses. Some places will accelerate evolution, particularly of a spiritual basis, as much as it's the spiritual presence of a place. It's not the physical place itself, although you're talking, making pilgrimages and stuff like that. Don't offer explanations of what you don't know about. Enjoyment tends to be a mental conclusion. A god is ever a god, and no one can become a god or goddess. The universes are the worlds of God. Bilocation is one of the spiritual skills available, but it is not physical. As the physical has elements and segments, so does the spiritual. All living beings have souls. Dharma is the established law, whether we accept it in our path or not. The material universes are the smaller portion of creation. We might even be able to say this about the clay beings. Clay being, fire being, light being, and I've talked about the Lahut. The Lahut is the direct realization of God, sort of thing. So, but we can also say that's a created realm. But the attributes or so. But anyways, that's too much for this portion. But the souls of the animals and the plants and all that can, even though through the minutest part, just thinner than a hair, that sort of thing. The spiritual side of this, but we only know the physical side in the imperial sense. But if you have experience, you have experience. That doesn't say that people can't have experience. Liberation is in surrender of ultimate control and making it not about competition of being the controller of external material nature. Revealed knowledge can be confirmed by what is researched, but it has been enumerated in its way. Don't do sacred things in a secular way. The family language in reference to God and the spiritual community shows stages of love and mutual obligations in the relationship. Training maintains and establishes our work and classification by signs. We often have to empty ourselves of who we should be. True rulership should be about production of material needs for all and education towards advancement in ways that don't increase the burdens needs and protects the spiritual well-being. Often nature punishes sin. Okay, protects the spiritual well-being that leaves society discerning of the gifts of nature. And Athasmadam sabutaste amajaloka visruta bhavitaro nangabhadram te visrapsyante chate yasa. So, because of the plenary expansions, your children will be very famous in the world, in the future when they're born. O dear great sage, all good fortune unto you will spread also your reputation. And one of the chief station things in we're seeing the same sort of thing that we see in the Bible of the prediction of the great nations and all that stuff, and the divisions, and trying to explain all of existence in that way. But manifesting the spiritual qualities and being how people know of these spiritual qualities is really what one should want for one's children, not just atramuni here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari. And perhaps that's also how we know of God, is through our family. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari. How are you, by your character or any action, letting people know about the personality of God? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari.